Welcome to the AEW 2022 awards. I'm sure I wasn't here for the WWE awards video because I was on vacation, but I'm here for the AEW awards. So I got the boy WrestleDrop with me, and let's get straight to it. I believe you have the categories with us, Mr.
I have
WrestleDrop.
the categories. This is the same categories as the WWE video, so go give that a watch after this video. You'll see what we picked there.
Oh,
Return of the
yes.
year for AEW. I don't know. You could go Young Bucks, the Elites, their return, but it's a little bit
I
basic,
was
a
gonna
little bit
s-
underwhelming.
I was gonna say MJF.
Yeah,
MJF at All Out 2022.
MJF. Um, who
I
else
feel
made a
like
big
those are the
return?
only.
Kenny Omega made his return
Oh yes, in the being announced
before.
as the Young Bucks' third partner,
Yeah, but I
which
think
we
that
all
was a
knew
little bit
about.
underwhelming as well. Like it was gonna happen. Like we knew it was happening.
Hmm.
So
I
I think your
definitely
MJF
saw it.
pick is a good pick.
Hmm. Sorry, Elite fans. MJF takes this one.
For sure. Yeah. I think MJF's a good pick. His return at All Out after that. Geez, how long was he missing for? Good 3, 4 months.
3 months. He did the pipe bomb in June.
So it
He
was a
did the
good
pipe bomb in June.
3, 4 months, something
Then
like that.
yeah, and he came back in good shape. So
In damn good shape.
yeah. Oh
I think we
yes.
just forget
MJF
about
got to
that.
give us tips.
I think we just forget about
Mhm.
that return because CM Punk did what he did that same night.
We had Yeah, we
So
had the whole CM Punk versus the Elite
yeah,
situation, but we're tired of talking about it. We're heading into 2023. So we're leaving 2022 things in 2022. All right.
for sure.
Sure.
Okay. Next up, we got Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the year,
So
man.
this is someone who's basically had their first match this year or like very, very late last year. Because obviously it's quite a
Mm,
small pool. So there's people like Hook.
yeah, Hook
Jay
has been
Cargill,
a
she
little
had
bit
her
of an
first
up
match
and
late
down.
last year, wasn't it? Or was it early last year?
I think it was late.
M- Mid to
No,
late
I
last
think it
year.
was somewhere
Okay.
around
So
there.
let's rule
Somewhere
her
around
out
there.
because I think it would have been her otherwise.
Uh-huh.
So
Hook, in my opinion, has been a little bit up and down lately,
up and
but.
down. I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. But I
No,
just think in terms of
I'm not gonna put it
rookie,
past it.
yeah, in terms of rookie and in terms of having their first match, it's probably Hook. I can't think of anyone
Yeah,
else
I
really.
see. Yeah, I see no reason why you can't go with Hook, really. I feel like that's the safe choice. And his last his debut match was late 2021.
It was very
So,
late 2021. Yeah, it was very late.
but he's still new to the business and the fans love him. I know damn sure I love Hook.
Yeah, I'm
Always.
up and down. I'm up and down with Hook. I just want to see an actual
Uh,
match with Hook, not a 5 minute squash. 5 minutes is actually long for Hook, but you get what I'm saying. I
yeah,
just
no,
need
I
a bit
feel you.
more
No way.
substance, some more wrestling, some more selling. He doesn't sell enough for me,
Yeah.
but I still think it's Hook Rookie of the Year. So Hook it is. We confirming
Hmm.
Hook Rookie of the Year.
Hook. Hook it
Cool.
is. Hook.
Next category, Rivalry of the Year. So this is male,
Rivalry.
female, tag team, whatever you want.
Now, if we're I'm talking strictly AEW. I'm talking strictly AEW. But if it was like but if we're talking AEW Ring of Honor type stuff, I wouldn't be mad at you if you said the Briscoes versus FTR because what a
Yeah,
trilogy.
I agree, but I think they haven't really brought it over to AEW. Like if you
Hmm.
said
They just
Jericho,
they
just
just
just a random thought. If you said Jericho, Claudio, I'd say okay, that's on AEW TV every week. But now you're saying FTR Briscoes hasn't really been on
that
AEW.
yeah, it was mostly Ring of Honor stuff.
Yeah,
But But AEW Rivalry of the Year. I know it was a little bit short and it should have continued, but unprecedented circumstances happened, like we mentioned before. But Rivalry of the Year is CM Punk versus MJF.
Oh yeah, yeah, it has to be. It really has to be. Actually, the more I think about it, because the promos leading up to that, the match was good. The dog collar match.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, and I think we say it was short, but we would have had more of it if not for Punk doing what he did. So yeah, I'm
Hey,
gonna
but
go MJF CM Punk. I back that. I back
oh yeah,
that.
definitely.
I don't
So
see
yeah,
any others. I would say the other big rivalry this year has been the BCC versus JS, but you guys know how we feel about
yeah.
that. Went on way
Next.
too long. Way too long.
Mhm.
So but we're not here to create negativity. We here
We're
for
here for
positivity.
positivity.
So
We
yeah,
love
MJF
positivity in the wrestling community.
MJF versus
And we
CM
want
Punk confirmed.
mhm.
Rivalry of the year,
That's
hands
two
down.
that's two MJF awards.
MJF's cleaning up, bro. He's cleaning up. Okay.
Sweep. Call him the cleaner. Fuck Kenny Omega. He's the real cleaner.
Okay.
Oh, shades of unfiltered, guys.
Shades of
Sorry.
Unfiltered.
Sorry, not sorry. He's
Tag team
back.
match of the year. AEW
Uh,
specifically.
oh.
I got my
I
pick.
feel like a lot of people are mentioning Swerve in Our Glory versus the Acclaimed.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's like because they had a really good, great match.
I
Like
agree.
Acclaim got their crowning moment. Swerve in Our Glory had
No, but
some tensions in our
I
feud.
prefer the match at, was it Full Gear or was it All Out? Where Swerve and Our Glory still won.
It was all out.
All Out. I prefer that match to the match where
I don't.
the Acclaimed won.
Mm,
So I'm gonna go with that match if I'm gonna pick one of those two matches. But what other tag team matches like stood out? Because like we forget that Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus held those titles the beginning of this year. Then the Young
uh,
Bucks took it for like a month before losing it to Swerve in Our Glory.
because they were counting on dropping to FTR.
That that's exactly why. Exactly why.
Anyways,
So
but if I had to go with a match, that's not Swerve Our Glory versus the Acclaimed, I would say, and I know, and this was like early this. Oh wait, no, it wasn't early. I think it was. No, I definitely think it was early. I think it was early. I'd say FTR versus the Young Bucks 2 on a random AEW Dynamite.
was that this year? If that was this
Mm-hmm.
year, then that might be a good close contender as well.
Yeah,
That
I
really
think it
might.
was for the IWGP and Ring of Honor tag titles,
It's
or just
possible. It's
IWGP.
really possible.
But that was the one that was like my first Young Bucks match that I actually enjoyed. Really.
Sometimes I feel like it's difficult. Like we keep thinking, was it early this year? Was it last year? Because AEW have like 4 pay-per-views, it's difficult to like put a
Mm.
timeline on things. It's
Oh
like
yeah, for
WWE, you'll
sure.
think, okay, that was just before Money in the Bank, or that was after Money in the Bank, for example, and you know that was
Mm.
this year. So
Oh yeah.
for the viewers watching, if you're getting frustrated, that's our reason why we're not 100% sure on this year and last
Yeah.
year. But I'm
Forgive
going
us
Acclaimed versus
if
Swerve in Our Glory.
yeah, I would mention FTR versus Young Bucks. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad at you if you said that match. I
Okay.
wouldn't be mad.
So can we agree on that match and then an honorable mention to the Bucks and FTR?
Sure.
Okay, cool.
As much as I love
So
FTR, I have to.
so the
I gotta
Acclaimed
put my butt.
versus Swerve in Our Glory, or formerly known as Swerve in Our Glory, um,
Mm.
at All
Yes.
Out for Tag Team Match of the Year.
Oh yeah.
Okay, moving on. Female Match of the Year. Women's Match of the Year.
Mm.
There's a couple. Can I just throw out some matches there quickly? So we got
I have one, and you're gonna
yeah.
be surprised.
Go for it. Because we might have the same match.
Saraya versus Britt Baker, Full Gear.
Okay, we don't have the same match. That wasn't even in my list.
Now, like the match itself, it was pretty good. I just went into the match fearing that, oh shit,
Yeah.
Saraya, please don't break your neck. But it was pretty solid.
I just think
Oh,
there's
it
better
actually,
matches.
that's not my better match. That's not my match of the
Oh,
year.
it's just
That's
one
just
of
like
the
yeah.
nominees.
One of nominees, yeah, best. Then
Tony Storm
what else could you
versus
do?
Jamie Hayter.
Tony Storm, yes. There we go.
This Jamie Hayter versus Shida match that was last week, that was so good.
Woo!
The match I'm
Jamie
probably
Hayter.
gonna pick is if it was this year, which I'm almost sure it was, Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker, that steel cage match. Was it a steel cage match? I think it was a steel cage match. Yeah.
Oh yes.
That was
it was
good.
A steel cage.
That was
Oh,
really
it was
good.
Like, I know I give Britt Baker a lot of shit, y'all, but when she's in that ring with Thunder Rosa, the chemistry is just
which is odd because we've heard conflicting reports on those two, but they work well together. So,
hey, but we're not here for that nonsense. So
what are you saying? Which is your pick? Because we got to agree on one. That's the point of this video.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Fourth place, I'm giving to Saraya versus Britt Baker. Third place, I'm giving it to Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa. Second place, and it's one of the Jamie Hayter matches. And I'm gonna say Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida is second. So
you're saying Jamie
Hayter
Tony
versus Tony Storm. Yep.
Okay, well, this is my list, so it's not gonna help us. So we're gonna have to come to some sort of compromise. Saraya and Britt Baker at fourth. So we agree on that one. Third, I'm going Tony Storm versus Jamie Hayter. Second, I'm going Jamie Hayter versus Shida. And first, I'm going Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker. So we're all over the place here.
Yeah. Very conflicting place. But I'm gonna give it to Hayter versus Storm. I feel like that was an excellent match. It was excellent.
You know what?
Even though I did have a few problems with the match, but it was still incredible nonetheless.
You know what? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you, but just remember this for when we got another one. You got to give the next one to me when we're conflicting. Okay, so I'll give that one to you. Okay, so we'll go.
All right.
Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm at All Out. Full Gear?
No.
Full Gear. So Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm at Full Gear. Women's match of the year.
Women's Championship.
Yeah, for the AEW Women's Championship. Match of the year. Okay. Men's match of the year.
There's a lot that you could pick from, really, in my opinion.
A lot.
I feel like
Danielson versus Hangman.
Even though, Danielson versus Hangman, and that happened early this year. So
Punk versus MJF.
Match. We're not talking.
Yeah, singles match. Okay.
Punk versus MJF has got to be on the list. This is a pretty underrated pick, in my opinion, for me personally. Dax Harwood versus Cash Wheeler at the Owen Hart Foundation tournament.
I agree. I'd put that there. I really enjoyed that match. More recently, what could we say more recently? Some people would say Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay. Personally, not for me, but I know a lot of people would say that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would.
Personally, not my cup of tea. Just not an Orange Cassidy fan.
But I'm willing to put my bias aside and say, and give Orange Cassidy his props in that match because it was pretty excellent. Yeah, it was pretty excellent.
What else?
I put that there.
What else are we forgetting?
Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know if it stands up to the others because it was quite short.
Not the Rampage one.
Not the recent one. The earlier one.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Or Then there's Cesaro versus Konosuke Takeshita for the
Battle of the
ROH.
Belts.
Yeah, a battle of the belts for the ROH world title.
I feel like you're turning this into a Takeshita list.
Yes, my biasness is in effect. But come on, Takeshita had an awesome year.
Danielson versus
2023,
Garcia,
we got big things
the
planned.
2 out of 3 falls match. That was pretty good.
That's a,
Jericho
Or
versus
even-
Suzuki,
yeah.
the most recent match. That was pretty good.
And also,
Match of the
this is
year.
a bit of a shock.
Jericho
This is a bit of a
versus Eddie
shock.
Kingston.
Please tell me you're not talking about the shark cage match. No.
Of course I am, bro.
We're not talking. Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Of course I am.
No. Get that out of here. Get that shit out of here.
Anyway, you were going to say, sorry.
Okay, so what about, and this is a bit of a shocker to you because we've been making fun of this guy for so long. How about Bryan Danielson versus Sammy Guevara? Okay, so we've got a lot of matches in particular. There's not one that I can mention. There's not one that I remember like vaguely as, oh my God, this match was actually excellent. Not to say that most of the matches have been trash. No, there's just not a lot that I can put my finger on, really. Those are the only matches that I can think of.
I'm saying Adam Page versus Danielson. I think it stands above the rest. So that's what I'm putting down. I think it stands above the rest. I think you could pick most of the matches we said, but
I know a lot of y'all are going to be saying Jon Moxley versus Wheeler Yuta. Personally, the match wasn't doing it for me. Not to say it wasn't bad, but
it was good. But
wasn't for me per se.
It's not what I enjoy either. I agree. I think Danielson versus Adam Page is more of what I enjoy, and that's why I'd go with that match.
So yeah. How would we rank the matches that we just listed now? If we had to rank them, how many matches did we list?
We listed a few.
So let's refresh our memories for a bit. Sorry, guys.
Jericho Suzuki, Moxley Takeshita.
Yes.
Hangman and
Claudio versus Takeshita.
Yeah, Hangman and Danielson, and then we mentioned MJF and Punk.
All right. Cash versus Wheeler.
Cash versus Wheeler. Yeah, that's top 3 for me.
So that's 6 matches now. We've mentioned.
So I'm gonna go Suzuki, Jericho. Then at number 6.
Yes, agreeable. Okay. Agreed.
Then I'm gonna go Takeshita, Claudio.
Hurting my feelings, but okay.
Then I'm gonna go Takeshita, Moxley.
Takeshita, Moxley, sure. Then third, it's Cash versus Dash.
Cash versus Dax. And then Punk versus MJF. And then number 1 for me is Danielson, Hangman. And look, we're probably completely forgetting a match, and we're probably going to get slaughtered in the comments. But
I'm going to stick it to like this. We gave MJF and Punk rivalry of the year. So I really wouldn't be mad at you if you say Hangman versus Danielson. But for me personally, I think Punk and MJF.
Okay.
But like you said,
you owe me one.
Give you this one.
You owe me one. Yeah. I gave you the women's one, so you can give me this one.
All right. So Hangman and Danielson match of the year for AEW.
Yeah.
Sure.
Confirmed.
And I'm not mad about it. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I think it was just so long ago that it might not be that fresh in our minds. Okay. Yeah. On to the nitty-gritty now. Tag team of the year. Do we have this conversation? Do we need to have this conversation? FTR.
Yeah. I thought it was the Young Bucks for real. I'm kidding.
Bro, you playing with my feelings. First Sammy Guevara, now the Young Bucks.
Relax, relax. I'm fucking with you.
Okay.
FTR for sure.
Which is a little bit
Because
crazy because they didn't hold the AEW
the
tag title this
AEW.
year.
I feel like it really would have completed their year if they won those belts.
I think the Acclaimed can be a close second. They got themselves over. Legit tag team. So, but I'm gonna go FTR tag team of the year
Oh, for sure. FTR are tag team of the year.
for sure. Okay, so that's
Now,
easy.
with the
Yeah,
in the case of the Acclaimed, really, like, yeah, they got themselves over because not too long ago, they were competing on Dark.
Dark
Then they
this
found their
year,
way
bro.
on Aid.
This year they were competing on Dark.
Not even this year.
Up until
Last year.
June, bro, they were competing in Dark.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
And now everybody loves the Acclaimed.
Everybody.
And especially the Stomp Boys here.
Oh, for sure, for sure. So,
So,
close
yeah.
second, I'd say, is the Acclaimed.
Mhm.
And Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, they
Then
also held their own in the beginning of this year.
I wouldn't, not for me per se,
They got a
but
bit stale
I can
this
see
year,
where you,
but they held their
yeah, I
own.
can see where you're coming from.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
FTR confirmed. No argument needed.
Oh, no debate. No debating at all.
Female wrestler of the year. This one's tough.
We
This
all
one's
know.
really tough.
Is it though? Okay,
Who are you saying?
There's only two people that I can mention.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill and Jamie Hayter. Simple.
You know what? Jay Cargill for me then. I completely forgot about her. I was thinking main title. I'm gonna go Jay Cargill.
Yeah, because she's pushing for the big 50.
Yeah.
So
has that been done? Never been done, eh?
No, she'll be the
Yeah.
first. She'll be the first woman and the first wrestler in AEW
To hit 50.
to go on a 50 match winning streak.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just think that the main title has been too all over the place. I mean, we got Britt Baker in the beginning of the year, Thunder Rosa. That didn't end too well.
Yo, repeat that. I think you were cutting.
Can
you repeat that? I think you were cutting on my side.
So, in the beginning of the year, we had Britt Baker. That was what it was. Then we had Thunder Rosa. That ended not too great. She got injured. Toni Storm thereafter. That was it was good. Not gonna lie, it was good. Probably the best out of all of them so far. It's just not very long. And Jamie Hayter's is recent now. So it's difficult to pick one of them. So I'd agree, Jay Cargill for me. Woman Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, yes. Jade Cargill first, Jamie Hayter second.
Yeah, no, Toni Storm second for me. Jamie Hayter's at one title defense.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'd say. Just
no, but she held her own.
She's held her own. She's held her own. I just think it's been very late in the year. That's my only thought. Like next year, she'll probably be number one. Put it that way.
Yeah, we shall see next year.
Yeah.
Next year, we shall see. All right. Next category.
Last category, actually, which is the big one, male wrestler of the year. This is one that I go for it.
Okay, so let's list them out. My top two are Jon Moxley and Dax Harwood.
MJF?
MJF. Well, yeah, MJF as well.
That's all I'd put in there.
Who else is there?
I would not put Punk near it. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm saying MJF and Moxley. Dax Harwood close second, but I just feel he didn't have as many matches as Moxley. Moxley had a lot of matches.
Yeah, let's be real. He carried AEW this year through good and bad.
Dark times, Moxley was there. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Moxley was there during the dark times, during the CM Punk elite times. So I think it has to be Moxley. It really does.
And let's be real. Ever since he came back from rehab, he has been killing it.
He has.
You know,
He's not my he doesn't wrestle my favorite style of matches, but I I respect it and I appreciate the work he's done. I really do.
well, I love
I really do.
Moxley.
I
I
love
love
Moxley. I
Moxley.
like Moxley. I like his promos. I like everything about Moxley. Just I didn't enjoy his style as much this year because I think it changes slightly, but I appreciate it and he still
At
has good
times,
matches.
yeah, I knew at times he can be a bit sluggish, but
I wouldn't say sluggish. I just think
um,
it's I don't know. It's just a style of match.
at
I don't think
times
it's
he can be.
sluggish. I think it's intentionally sluggish. If that makes
Mm,
sense. It's intentional in the fact that it looks like a fight. You get
oh
what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
feel you. I
Like
feel
a
you.
real fight is not it's sluggish, let's be honest. So I don't
Oh
think it's
yeah.
a criticism. I just think he's the style of matches he's worked in the past has been better for me, but I'm not taking anything away from this year. I think he's been damn good. His matches have still been good, and he's done a lot of
Mhm.
work this year.
First ever three-time AEW World Champion, and yeah,
First
what
ever
more
two
can you
time
say?
and first ever three time.
Oh yes, even an interim champion at the most.
So
So what more can you say? But hey, Moxley is wrestler of the year, and for the love of God, give him a vacation. He
oh, he needs
deserves
it.
it.
He needs it so bad, and he deserves it. You're right. He's done a lot of hard work this year. A lot of hard work. So
Give
John
him a
Moxley,
vacation.
yeah,
I'd say paid vacation and a raise if
oh
I
for
was
sure,
Moxley.
for sure.
Uh,
So John Moxley, AEW's Men's Wrestler of the Year, set in stone
Oh
confirmed.
yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's our 2022 awards. All we've got left is our AEW Hall of Fame. So our Stomp Hall of Fame, but our AEW picks. So you get one and I get one, and they both go in.
Mm.
So who are you saying?
Well, let's let's get before we can name one wrestler, let's just name a few. Because I already know I have one wrestler in particular.
Chris Jericho?
Yeah, even though we've been giving him a lot of criticism this year, he deserves a shout.
A shout. He's my pick. But yeah, we'll go through the
Mm.
nominees. Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega,
John Moxley.
John Moxley. To be honest, I think
Omega in
that's the
my
only three we can pick because they've
yeah.
been there from the start. And the Young Bucks.
Hmm.
They've those four.
Mox, 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 Hangman, the Elite, Jericho. For
Yeah.
those guys
Those are the guys I think we
have a
can pick.
shot.
They have prestige and they've been there from the start.
Hmm.
I'm saying Jericho. I think he does. If anybody deserves to be in the AEW Hall of Fame or the Stomp Hall of Fame, it's Chris Jericho.
Hmm.
First ever
Yeah,
AEW World
Jericho.
Champion. Um, he's still been on TV every week. Not every week, but most weeks this year, last year. Still working his
Been
ass off.
involved in a lot of been involved in a lot of matches.
Had
Hell,
some
he
good
even put
matches
over a
towards the end of
talent.
this year. Some really good
And
matches. I mean, he had a good match with Ishii, good match with Claudio. So he's had some good matches towards the end of this year. Some
the
really good
rest of the
matches.
year we don't talk about.
Beginning of the year was a bit touch and go. So I'm saying Chris Jericho. That's my pick.
Yeah, I really wouldn't be. I'm not mad at you for saying Jericho because Jericho is one of the goats in wrestling.
So who are you pulling out the bag?
As much as I want to say John Moxley, I mean, first ever two-time and three-time AEW World Champion, and the first ever AEW Interim World Champion. He's had a lot of first evers to his name, but yeah, I'd say Jericho deserves a shot. I mean,
No, but I
first
have a pick
ever,
and you have a pick. Two
uh,
names go in. So you can pick a name for yourself.
yeah, for me, it's Mox. It's
Okay.
John Moxley.
Okay, so Moxley and Chris Jericho both going in the Hall of Fame. In the Stomp Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Then I think you can take us with the outro, sorry.
And that's the 2022 Stomp Wrestling Awards AEW edition. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this award ceremony, and let us know which wrestler you believe deserved some awards. And if we listed some matches, some wrestlers, men or women, rivalries that we missed out, let us know down below. Like we said, we forgot like a loads of rivalries and matches, but can you blame us really? Like I think wrestling fans have the memory of, wow, we have slow ass memories. But anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please stomp on that like button, stomp that subscribe button, and stomp on that bell icon to be notified when your favorite Stomp Wrestling boys appear next on your screen, which is going to be 2023. And it's been a crazy year for us, and we're going to dish out better and more content for you guys heading into next year. Thank you yet again for the 2022. You guys are just too sweet.